Do being a positive person mean being happy all the time? Hey, Jason here, and if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Johannesburg, showing you how beautiful of a city it is out here in South Africa, and most importantly, I've been talking about success, what it is, and how to get it when it comes to three areas of life that I apply to myself every day: happiness, health, and wealth. And today is going to fall under the happiness part because I think a lot of times people think being positive mean you're always happy, and it's just not the case. Like, we're not designed, this human experience, these human avatars, if you want to call it, they're not designed to be happy all the time. And the thing is, our negative experiences are giving us contrast to focus on more of what we want. However, through school, cultural settings, depending on what part of the world you've grown up in, these things have been hidden from us or just not known. And this is some of the stuff that we have to start realizing now. Like, how do we take control of our future? How do we take control of our lives? How do we stop letting fate just happen to us and start controlling our destinies? And it all stems from our emotions. Like, how do we control our emotions and how to control them effectively? Because thinking, oh, I'm going to be happy every single second, every single minute, every single day I wake up, that is irrational thinking. That is actually insanity. Everybody is not going to be able to read your mind and make you happy at that very specific time. And I used to believe that that was the problem. Like, yo, why the hell don't you know this is making me happy? This should be common sense to you. And the reality of it is, it's not common sense, because all of us have our own unique experience in this life, in this world. Like for me, growing up in Texas and the United States of America, I have a totally different outlook and perspective on life and just almost everyday living than the people here in Johannesburg, South Africa, because we grew up in two different worlds, literally. Growing up as an American is not the same as growing up in South Africa. And so because of that, this is how we want to start controlling those little times when we just instantly react to people. Like, we just, when someone just makes you so angry or you just lost control. And because it's at these moments we're in such a high emotional charge, to say, at a cellular level, that is sending out negative energy waves to the universe to bring back to us. And this is the law of attraction. Like, if you haven't studied the law of attraction, it's not about just saying, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be skinny, I want to be healthy. It's not about that. It's about the energy that we're putting out, the emotions that we're putting out. And most of the time when we're in dire straits, especially when it's dealing with money or health, we're sending out extremely negative emotions on a daily basis to the universe to bring back more serious causes. Just think about it. If you've ever had someone who had a bad doctor visit, what were they talking about afterwards? I can tell you from my personal experience, when I went to my doctor, they did an EKG, and they was like, hey, we need to get you to the cardiologist. Something's wrong with your heart. You've had some type of cardiac event, and we can't tell for sure. I was terrified. I was just sending out horrible signals like, oh, am I going to die? Am I going to be able to see Chantel again one more time? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I have to do something. And then right afterwards, after that visit, doing the stress test and everything with the doctor, and he was like, look, you can either try to start changing your health by changing your diet, or you're going to just start getting on pills, statins, I don't know what they call them, whatever the pills was. He's like, we're going to start putting you on medication. And so after that, I put a lot of energy, and I didn't know I was doing this with the law of attraction. I put out a lot of energy, and I went home, talked to Chantel, we cried about it, and then we just like, okay, what can we do? And we were focused on just what can we do. And we went and bought books from Half Price Books out in Cedar Hill. We started watching different holistic living things for the home on the internet. And we just started doing all this study, and then we started brewing different roots and herbs, going to the Chinese store in off of Cooper or Collins in Arlington. And while we were doing that, we were sending out energy, positive energy, extremely positive energy on getting healthier. And then started from there, I started eating khichdi, which is an Indian dish, for like a month or 2 months, eating it every day. And then by the time I went back to my cardiologist, he was like, hey, what did you do, man? Your heart is looking good. And that's the difference right there. I didn't understand this when I was doing it. When I was going through it, I did not understand this at all. I was just like, oh man, God must have heard my prayers this one time. Like he looked out for me. I might have to go to church one Easter. And that's how I was looking at it. But as I've been studying this law of attraction, law and the actual universal law of vibration, I'm starting to understand, like connecting the dots, how this is how certain things were happening in my life. Sometimes I was putting energy out here. I didn't understand it, but this is the result it got. This is why I got great results here. That's the type of energy I was putting out towards that different objective. And so, like, just to tell you, like, this is the funny part about it. Like, even here now in South Africa, like, I'm having a great time in my life. Done a lot of emotional healing here with the passing of CC and everything. And I'm feeling great. I'm really doing really great here. And I know, like, this is the place that I'm supposed to be right now in my life. Like, but if you've been seeing my shorts, I keep fucking burning toast, man. I can't explain why. Like, I'll put it in there, it'll not be brown all the way, so I'll put it back on, and then somehow I come back and the shit is burnt. I don't understand it. It's like I'm in a time lapse where the toast just don't get cooked right. And so I keep posting shorts about it. Like, I keep burning toast, I keep burning ramen. My veggies keep going bad because of load shedding. And I'm sitting here laughing about it because it's fucking funny. Like, even though most people be like, man, you're losing a lot of money on groceries that you got to throw away, either for me burning the stuff or it going bad because of the load shedding here. And I'm like, it's just funny, man. I'm like, it's funny because it's getting me in the process of, I'm ready to start back cooking meals. I'm tired of eating out as much. So it's like, it's showing me, okay, it's just, hey, maybe you need to be higher raw here in Johannesburg so you don't have that much perishable foods, and you can eat when there's no electricity like there isn't right now. And it's just simple things like that. We have to start seeing sometimes life is happening for us and it's not happening to us. Just because it doesn't look exactly the way we want it to doesn't mean it isn't what it is. And then just to leave you on this one, and this shows you how funny it is, how funny life is, because how funny the universe can be working towards you just to try to make sure you're getting your goals. And sometimes universe, you got to fine tune it. Like, hey, universe, like, you're a little bit off right here. Like, I want this way. Every morning, I normally get up about anywhere between 3 and 4 in the morning. Now, I'm on the 17th floor in the building I'm in. Now, living in Colombia, in Medellin, once you get past the 7th floor, like, there's no mosquitoes, flies, nothing like that. Here in Johannesburg, man, these mosquitoes and flies got some grit. They make it all the way up here to the 17th floor. And every night for like the past 2 weeks, it's been a damn fly. He will come and fly right by my ear every freaking morning at 2 in the morning. And when it first started happening, I would get annoyed. I was getting angry. And then I was like, why am I getting angry? Just because a fly is bothering me. Then all these things, well, you're paying this amount of money, you're on the 17th floor, all of this dumb stuff. Like, all these egotistical things that don't even matter. Like, who would know flies and mosquitoes here in Johannesburg? They can just fly up to the 17th floor. Hey, just mean I need to go a little higher. But besides all of that, like, I've made a goal that I'm doing 1,000 boxer skips every day, most likely for the rest of this year. I haven't gave myself an end time. I'm just like, why not? I have nothing else to do. And I like to get it done early in the morning, because I've noticed, like, later in the evening, like, I get lazy. I don't want to do it as much. And nobody want to jump up and down for 1,000 times, when you're about ready to go to sleep. And so then I had to change my thinking. I was like, what if the universe is just trying to make sure I'm up, but it's just getting the timing off? And so when I started changing that thinking like that, the fly stopped coming. And it's crazy, but like, start changing the way you're thinking about a situation. And here's a very easy way that you can start doing it. And it's so simple, most people are not going to do it. And it's why very few people get results from it. Have a dedicated space in your house, whether it's a room, whatever, and have, if you have enough chairs, put chairs in different areas. You see, like, I got chairs here, chair there, I have chair there, and then I got like 2 chairs here you can't see. Sometimes when I'm dealing with a situation, or if I'm feeling like I'm having a hard time and getting a little angry, I move to each different chair and I talk about it and I look at the situation from a different perspective. It sounds very simple, but because your line of sight is going to be different each time, you're not going to be thinking the same way, because there's going to be different things giving you different mental stimulation, which will start creating different ranges of thoughts. And so that's just a very simple way to start changing a negative situation into a more positive. Now, it doesn't have to go from you're angry, ready to fight somebody, to, oh, I'm happy, I want to hug someone. But maybe if you're going from I'm angry, want to fight someone, to like, man, I'm really annoyed right now, or I'm really disappointed in you right now. Those are two different energy waves. And being a little disappointed is a way better energy to put out than being angry and want to fight someone. So I hope you got some value from this. Have a great Sunday, man. It's a beautiful day here in Josie. I think I'm going to go for a walk later on today, and I will see you tomorrow.